Hello and welcome to the Group I-4 and E Daycare Training presentation. In this module, we'll take a close look at the I-4 and E daycare occupancies and how to differentiate them from other occupancies where care is provided. We'll also look at exiting specific to these occupancy types and the codes that govern them. The Group I-4 occupancy covers buildings where people receive custodial care for less than 24 hours. The care is provided by staff who are not related to the clients, and the care is provided in a place other than the client's home. The clients utilizing this occupancy type are not capable of responding to an emergency without physical assistance from the staff. These facilities are required to be licensed. The FCIP advisor will conduct the initial inspection, with annual inspections conducted by operations. The Group E daycare occupancy covers buildings and structures used for education, supervision, and personal care services that is not a residence. Care is provided for more than 6 children who are older than 2 years old. In this occupancy type, the occupants are able to physically respond to an emergency. These facilities are required to be licensed. The FCIP advisor will conduct the initial inspection, with annual inspections conducted by operations. Let's start the inspection. The address must be clearly visible from the street on a contrasting background and not obstructed. Continue the inspection to the interior and look for the license issued by the state of California. All I-4 and E daycare facilities are required to be licensed. The FCIP advisor will conduct the initial inspection and annually inspected by operations staff. Rooms for Group E daycare shall not be located above or below the first floor. The only exception is when there are direct exits to the exterior at the occupied level for exclusive use by those occupants, and there is a sprinkler system throughout the building. Both I-4 and E daycare occupancies are required to have an emergency plan that includes procedures for use of alarms, notification of occupants and emergency responders in the event of alarm system malfunction, isolation of a fire, and evacuation of each fire area as well as the building. Copies of the plan shall be given to all supervisory personnel, and a copy shall be available on the premises to all personnel at all times. All employees shall be trained to recognize, respond to, and initiate fire alarm signals, with refresher training provided every 6 months. The fire code requires emergency evacuation drills to be conducted at different hours of the day. For Group I-4, drills are to be conducted quarterly on each shift, and only staff is required to participate. In the E daycare, drills are to be conducted each month, and everyone on site is required to participate. All combustible decorative materials shall be flame resistant. Materials and fabric which are flame resistant should be accompanied by a certificate of flame resistance, which indicates what chemical has been used to treat the material, or whether a fabric is registered with the state fire marshal as flame resistant fabric. The material must be retreated as necessary. All exit paths and doors must be free of all obstructions. Exit signs must be clearly visible from a distance, and all bulbs must be working. The exit path is required to be illuminated. Emergency lighting must be capable of illuminating when there is no power. The photo in the upper right corner is an excellent example of blocking the exit. The storage needs to be removed immediately. All doors and door hardware must function properly. They should not stick or be difficult to open. There shall be no obstructions of any kind. The emergency exit door in the photo on the right has a dowel tied across the emergency exit alarm and the door so that it won't open. Fire doors shall be inspected annually at a minimum and repaired or replaced whenever damaged. Fire doors must self-close and latch and may not be propped open. All photos on the right show good examples of defeating the purpose of a fire-rated assembly. When installed with permits and according to code, magnetic door holders may be used to hold fire doors open. When devices detect a fire or smoke, The magnet releases the door and it should close and latch automatically. Magnetic hold-open devices require periodic testing and maintenance. Look closely at the photo on the left. The magnet that is supposed to connect with the hold-open assembly has been hooked to the top, thereby defeating the hold-open device. Fire doors are to be tested annually by the owner or occupant to make certain they function properly. Fire door labels located on the door and/or door jamb are not to be painted or removed. Here are some examples of fire door labels. Fire-resistive construction shall be maintained in an approved condition at all times. Only fire-rated materials shall be used to make repairs and must be equal in rating to the existing surface. In the photo on the left, holes were made to run piping, but the area around the pipes is left open. The photos on the right show fire-resistive construction breaches in the ceiling and chases, which should be repaired immediately. The photo in the upper right has red fire caulking in the chases, restoring the fire-resistive construction. All fire extinguishers must be visually inspected monthly and serviced annually. Records of this inspection and service shall be kept on site. The minimum size for extinguishers is 2A 10 BC. A minimum of 3 feet of unobstructed space is required for access. Electrical rooms and panels must be free of combustibles. All breakers must be labeled either by labeling each switch or completing the panel schedule. All open spaces are required to have approved blanks or covers. Use of extension cords in lieu of permanent wiring is prohibited. Electrical cords shall not be extended through walls, ceilings, floors, under doors, or under floor coverings. Electrical cords shall not be subject to physical or environmental damage. Cover plates must be in good condition and completely cover the outlet, switch, or box. All splices shall be inside electrical boxes. Both photos show cover plates that need replacement. Extension cords are for temporary use with portable appliances only. When the portable device being powered is grounded, the extension cord needs to be grounded as well. Extension cords must be plugged directly into a wall outlet or power strip with surge protection and may only power one portable device at a time. The photo on the left is a good example of what should not be in use. Thank you for your diligence in keeping your occupancy safe. Our more vulnerable residents rely on you to help keep them safe and prevent fire and life safety hazards. As always, please contact the Fire Prevention Bureau with any questions.